According to an Associated Press article, how woke went from an expression in black culture to a conservative criticism. The word originated in African American culture as a term for being alert to racism, injustice, and threats of white supremacy. The AP traces the term through earlier black cultural usage and explains how it later became a broader political term and eventually a conservative criticism of progressive politics. That is important because woke did not begin as a Trump-era political movement. The word and underlying concept are considerably older. How the modern political meaning developed. According to the Associated Press article, Trump's war on woke targets history. The term became increasingly associated with the Black Lives Matter movement and the political cultural battles surrounding race, education, and American history. The article also examines Trump's role in making opposition to woke politics a major part of his political messaging. Was Woke 1 actually abolished? No. That's where we have to be very precise. There was no law or constitutional action that abolished something called Woke 1. What did happen was that the Trump administration took concrete actions against federal DEI programs and policies. For example, according to the White House's January 20, 2025 executive order, ending radical and wasteful government DEI programs and preferencing, the administration directed federal agencies to terminate government DEI programs and preferences. According to the White House's January 21, 2025 executive order, ending illegal discrimination and restoring merit-based opportunity, the administration revoked Executive Order 11246 and directed changes concerning federal contractors and race-based preferences. And Harvard Law School's Corporate Governance Forum, in its February 10, 2025 article, President Trump Acts to Roll Back DEI Initiatives, documented the January 20th executive orders and explained their implications for DEI programs. Did businesses also start backing away from DEI? Yes. According to Forbes' April 11, 2025 article, here are all the companies rolling back DEI programs. Companies including Walmart, Lowe's, and Meta had scaled back various DEI commitments amid political, legal, and corporate pressure. But, and this is important, it wasn't universal. A Guardian article published today, August 14, 2026, titled "US Firms That Kept DEI Policies Despite Go Broke Threats Thrived," reports that some companies retained their DEI policies while others withdrew or modified them. There has been a substantial backlash and institutional retreat in some places, while other organizations have continued or modified those policies. Here's where things get especially interesting. Vox published an August 11, 2026 article titled "Why Progressives Are Backing Off Woke 1." It explicitly uses the phrase Woke 1 to describe the 2020-era progressive political style and argues that some progressives are now moving away from certain identity-focused rhetoric and toward affordability and economic issues. Wired also published an article titled "Woke Isn't Back," discussing the idea of a possible Woke 2. And arguing that what some people are calling Woke 2 is more aspirational than an established political movement. And, on the other side of the argument, the New York Post's August 10, 2026 opinion piece, "Woke 1 was crazy, but they still believe every bit of it," argues that the left isn't abandoning the underlying ideas, but is simply repackaging them. That's an opinion argument, not an established fact. Older Black American usage of woke. 2010s, Black Lives Matter helps push the term into mainstream politics. 2020, racial justice, DEI, and identity politics become extraordinarily prominent. 2021-2024, growing political backlash against woke politics and DEI. 2025 to 2026, Trump administration reverses major federal DEI policies. Some corporations also retreat. 2026, commentators begin talking about Woke 1 and potentially Woke 2. But Woke 2 is not an officially established movement. Open quote. According to the Associated Press, the term woke originated in Black American culture decades ago. According to the White House, the Trump administration then dismantled major federal DEI programs in 2025. But wokeness itself was never legally abolished. And now, according to Vox and Wired, commentators are debating whether we're entering what some are calling Woke 2. Close quote.